Your first $1,099 lands. You did the work, you got paid, and then you find out the IRS wants a 15.3% tax that W-2 employees never even see. But here's what almost nobody tells you. Hardly anyone actually pays the full 15.3. And by the end of this video, you'll see the built-in deduction that shrinks it for free. First, where does that number even come from? Here's why that number stings. When you had a regular job, your employer quietly paid half of this tax for you. You never saw it leave. The day you go solo, you become the employer and the employee, so you're on the hook for both halves. That's where 15.3% comes from. And get this wrong. Skip the quarterly payments, miss the deductions, and a $50,000 freelancer can owe over $7,000 in self-employment tax alone, all at once, with a penalty on top. By the end, you'll know the exact percent to set aside so that never happens to you. But the number on the surface isn't the number you actually pay. And that's not a typo. The IRS only charges it on 92.35% of your profit, which we'll get to. By the end of this video, you'll see exactly where every cent of that 15.3 goes, why it's not stacked on top of your income tax the way you fear, and the built-in deduction that quietly shrinks it. None of this is tax advice. It's the map. Your CPA fills in your exact numbers. Let's follow $1. First thing to clear up, 15.3% isn't one mysterious fee. It's two taxes you've actually been paying your whole working life. You just never saw them broken out. The first is Social Security at 12.4%. The second is Medicare at 2.9%. Add them up, 15.3. Let's make it concrete. Say you net $10,000 of profit from freelance work. That's revenue minus your business expenses, not your gross invoices. Here's the one twist before we split it. The IRS first knocks your profit down to 92.35%. So you're actually taxed on $9,235, not the full $10,000. Then the 15.3% splits like this. So on $10,000 of profit, self-employment tax is about $1,413, roughly $1,145 to Social Security, and $268 to Medicare. That's it. Not a penalty, not a surprise fee. It's the same Social Security and Medicare any employee pays, just both halves landing in one place because you're both sides of the table now. And one quick cap to file away, that 12.4% Social Security slice only applies up to the 2026 wage base of $184,500 of earnings. Above that, it's Medicare only. Now the part that quietly saves new freelancers the most. Self-employment tax is charged on your net profit, not the money that hits your account. Every legitimate business expense you track lowers the number you're taxed on. Picture two freelancers who both invoiced $60,000 this year. And yes, that's just a round example, not a tax threshold. The first tracks nothing. The second logs $15,000 in real expenses. Software, a laptop, business miles at the 2026 rate of 72.5 cents a mile. A portion of the home office. Watch what happens to the profit that self-employment tax actually applies to. The second freelancer pays self-employment tax on $45,000 instead of $60,000. Run it through the same 92.35% step at 15.3%, and that $15,000 in tracked expenses is worth roughly $2,119 in self-employment tax alone before it even touches income tax, which is exactly why messy books cost real money. Here's the reframe nobody tells you on day one, and it's the reason 15.3% isn't as brutal as it looks. The IRS lets you deduct half of your self-employment tax, the employer half, from your income before income tax is calculated. You pay the full 15.3, but you don't get income tax on all of it. Let's run a clean round example. Say you net $50,000 in profit, tax on 92.35% of that, about $46,175. Self-employment tax comes to roughly $7,065. The IRS lets you take half of that, roughly $3,532, and subtract it from your income before income tax is figured. So instead of paying income tax on the full $50,000, You're paying it on about $46,468 before your standard deduction even comes into play. Here's what that deduction is worth in real dollars. If you're in, say, a 12% income tax bracket, deducting that $3,532 saves you around $424 on your income tax bill. Higher bracket, bigger saving. It won't erase the 15.3%, but it meaningfully softens the bite automatically every year you file. Quick, honest caveat. This is a simplified example. It ignores your standard deduction, $16,100 for a single filer or $32,200 for married filing jointly in 2026, your other income, and a rounding in that 92.35% step. The shape is right. Your exact dollars depend on your full return. This is educational, not advice. That's a CPA conversation, not a YouTube one. So let's land the plane on the question you actually came here for. How much do I set aside? Stack the two taxes that hit a freelance dollar, self-employment tax plus federal income tax. And for a lot of new freelancers in the lower brackets, the combined bite lands somewhere around 25 to 30% of profit. Not 15.3 alone and not the 50% horror stories either. Heads up though, this is a federal-only rule of thumb. If your state has income tax, that's on top. So high-tax state freelancers should budget more. Here's one freelance dollar of profit fully split. On a modest income, roughly 14 cents goes to self-employment tax, very roughly another 10 to 12 to federal income tax, and the rest stays yours. That's the picture behind the 30% rule of thumb you'll hear. Set aside about 30 cents of every profit dollar for federal, and you're rarely caught short. And one trap that turns this from a math problem into a painful one, that 30% isn't withheld for you anymore. No employer is taking it out per paycheck. If you spend the full invoice and have nothing set aside at tax time, the bill is real and it's due all at once, which is exactly why the IRS expects quarterly estimated payments. So the whole thing in one breath. Self-employment tax is 15.3%, 12.4% to Social Security, 2.9% to Medicare, charged on 92.35% of your profit, and it's the two halves a W-2 employee splits with their employer. It's on profit, not revenue, so every tracked expense lowers it. Half of it is deductible against your income tax, which softens the real cost. And once you add federal income tax on top, plan to set aside around 30% of profit yourself because no one's doing it for you. Run your real numbers past a CPA. This is the map, not advice. That 30% set aside only works if you actually pay it on time. And the IRS wants it 4 times a year, not just in April. Next video, we break down quarterly estimated taxes, the exact 2026 dates, how to calculate each payment, and how to do it with income that's different every single month. Subscribe so the math is already done when your next 1099 lands.